St. Vincent's Asylum, built in 1875.
It was a Section 8 housing.
There's over 200 rooms there. Every one has an apartment in it. It's a low-income housing project. Every room has an apartment in it, even the crematorium. But the 5th floor today still remains empty. I wonder why.
And we take you there. We're the only ones who've gone up there.
Have you heard of them being at St. Vincent's at all, or St. Vincent's Hospital?
Only by hearsay when I was in college down here in '49.
We got a lead from an old apartment manager that said that Howard had come in there in the year 2000, and he said, "Can I see the 5th floor?" And that was in St. Vincent's Asylum.
I'm Judy Perry. I was the manager of an apartment complex that was originally St. Vincent Mental Institution. While I was working one afternoon, there were 3 gentlemen and a lady came, and this very distinguished gentleman by the name of Father Halloran introduced himself to me and asked me if he could have a tour of the building. In the process, I took him to the 5th floor. That was at the point in time he told me about how they use this room to try to depossess this little boy.
Does people know this?
No, they're not to know that.
St. Vincent's Apartments is a huge building, over 250,000 square feet, over 200 living units, and in covering this huge area, they have approximately 100 surveillance cameras that monitor all areas of the building.
For some reason tonight, it's just all over the place. Cameras, we're losing signal.
Has any tenants ever come up to you and say, "Hey, I think this place is haunted"?
Unfortunately, yes. We've had several residents there that would come flying out of their apartments because they would be asleep in their bed and somebody would sit on the bed and you could see the indentation of their butt, but there would be nobody there. We've had dishes break in apartments. Your doors on your desks would open and close. You would see shadows, you would see things falling off the wall. Somebody would go in and find their sink running, and they could actually see a washcloth being wrung out, but there were no hands on it. The biggest thing was finding people in their apartment sitting on their bed or on their couch that they couldn't explain what was happening. This building was a building where anything could happen.
They had said the boy was kept up on the 5th floor for a certain amount of time. What's really strange about the story is that every part of that apartment building, including the crematorium, is an apartment, except for the 5th floor.
And what's there?
It's abandoned. It's closed down.
Being a curious kind of fellow when I was working at Alexian Brothers and knowing some of the story, I asked around as to why the new hospital was never built same size as the old hospital. I could never get a clear answer from the brothers, or really anyone, except to say that they will never build a hospital that has a 5th floor on it.
I don't know exactly why, and I can't tell you that, other than Father Halloran said that they were made the promise when they sold the building. This is what he was told, that the nuns were promised that there would be no occupants on the 5th floor. All I have to say to you guys is welcome to hell.
Yeah.
As soon as the doors opened, everyone on the elevator could feel the heaviness. It was like a place I'd never been before, and it was a place that I really didn't want to return to after being there a couple of times prior, because I knew what was there, and a lot of them didn't.
My heart was pumping, my adrenaline was going. I was basically getting all amped up and ready to go. Now once we got up to the 5th floor, it was like entering the gateway to hell.
Okay, welcome to floor number 5.
Father told how he was in the corner on the bed, and the bed would come up off of the floor.
No way. No, no, no way. When that bed was put together, you would need 4 good movers to pick that bed up and levitate. There's no way.
There was a large crack that we noticed, and the crack was only in that room. It wasn't in the lower areas. It wasn't in the other rooms. It's a place that's been turned into low-income apartments. However, they have not touched this whole 5th floor, which has plenty of room. But I think, based on what occurred there, what people feel when they go there, what they experience, no one would want to live there.
All I have to say to you guys is welcome to hell.